Welcome back to NY Culture Podcast with your girl Andrea Maria. What's up? So you already know we're gonna start this off with a quote, and the quote is, "Only two things can get you through this. That's patience and persistence." So, what you guys think? When you hear about that. When I just I read it, and I actually heard Jay-Z say this before, and I feel like I'm learning as I go, especially with this podcast, about having patience and being persistent. Like, I have patience for other things, but when it comes to things like this, I don't. And also being persistent, because if things are not coming out the way I want it, I just give up. I've said it before in the podcast. So you probably think this is just repetitive. But yeah, those are two things that I feel like everyone should work on, is patience and persistence. And having patience is not about waiting, but the ability to keep a good attitude while waiting. So that is a difference. People just think having patience is just I have patience, but I'm still talking crap about it the whole time. No, it's to have a good attitude while you wait. I hate to wait, by the way. But I feel like patience is key in everything. And it's weird because when it comes to me working with kids or older people, I swear my patience is on 100. I have so much patience for that. And when it comes to things like this podcast, or things things that I should be patient with, so it could come out the way I want it to come out, I never have it. But I always say, when it comes with the kids, older people, I feel like I built that patience while I was a kid. I had to deal with my grandmother having Alzheimer's at a young age. My grandma passed away when I was 10. And the thing with that is the early years of my life, I lived with a person, my grandma, who had Alzheimer's, where I had to be very understanding about certain things, and I had to learn that at a very young age. And my mom used to always tell me it's like she's a baby. So when it comes to, and I feel like that's where my patience come from. It's from that. Speaking about Alzheimer's, so I was listening to the radio the other day, and they were speaking about, it was a home in North Carolina, a nursing home in North Carolina, where the workers had the patients with dementia and Alzheimer's fighting, and they would start the fights, and then they'll record it. They will have a fight club for the elderly. And I'm like, yo, people are crazy. I don't understand what this world is what's going on in this world. The stuff you hear every freaking day is something more unbelievable. For real, this is what it's coming to. So you already have old people out there fighting, 70 years and up, fighting. Any bad move, they breaking any bone. Are y'all stupid? Would you like it if that was one of your grandparents or even your parent and someone was doing that to them? Yo, I swear this world is crazy. Just where you hear, a man hit, it was recently, a man hit this older woman. She was 80 years old. What the hell is wrong with you? Go and hit somebody your own size, because you're not doing that because you're a punk. That's the problem with this world. Go and hit somebody your own size. That's how I feel. When I hear all those stories, go and hit somebody that's going to hit you right back to see if you got the same energy. You're not going to have the same energy. And that's why I don't understand. You wouldn't want that done to your mom, your aunt, anybody, and your grandfather, your father. So why would you do that to someone else? Yo, I'm telling you, I'll be over it with hearing all those stories. There was one that I think he dressed up as a worker, came in the lady's house and took her money that she was saving for her husband's tombstone. Yo, for real? I don't understand. And like I said, like you shouldn't do stuff to people if you don't want that to be done to your family member or something. Like me, when it comes working with kids, I'm always on it 100%, especially anywhere. Like if I'm in charge of someone's child, I'm on it. I'm telling you, I'm giving you the best I could give you. Nothing is gonna happen. You got me? Something happened, it's because God wanted it to happen, not because I wasn't doing the right thing. And I always, thank God, nothing never has happened. I mean, knock on wood. But I always say that because I have what, like 15 godchildren out there, and I'm not even exaggerating. And I wouldn't want no one not that has my godchild not supervising them the right way, and something happens to them, or like my godchild, my niece or nephew, anybody related, or if I had a child, for someone to do that. So I'm always on it. Those are one, I don't want nothing to happen to any kid, because you know how I feel about kids. But you always have to put it in perspective. Like if that was my child, or if that was my godchild, I wouldn't want that to happen. So I'm not gonna do that. And I feel like working in the field with kids, sometimes I don't see the same thing, and then I'm bugging when I'm talking crazy to people about not doing the right thing. I'm the one who's bugging. No, you should be watching these kids, and you wouldn't have to hear my mouth. So that was just a heated convo just now about that. You can see how strong I felt about the elderly and kids. I feel like they're off limits for everything. And this world is just crazy. Matter of fact, today I was just reading, I don't got the full info because it just came to my head, that the kids that Trump deported their families, they up for adoption. Like, really? You out here stealing people's kids. At the end of the day, you stealing people's kids because you sat there and deported them. You can't go and give them back their kid. So now they're in an orphanage or whatever it is, waiting to get adopted when they have family members. I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on with this world. Everybody knows how I feel. Everyone knows how I feel about Trump. Y'all already know. Y'all know. So let's get off of that for a while. I wanted to speak about Gina Rodriguez. Gina Rodriguez is the girl from Jane the Virgin. She also have she kind of, matter of fact, she did Miss Bala, the movie Miss Bala. She was one of the main characters. She's a great actress. Puerto Rican, from the south side of Chicago. You already know she's from the hood. And she got a lot of backlash the other day because she was singing a Fuji song. And the word nigga was in the lyrics, and she sang it. So she got a lot of backlash on it. So she apologized and everything. But I feel like society picks and chooses on who could say the word nigga. So she couldn't say the word nigga because she's Puerto Rican, right? But everybody know I love Fat Joe. Fat Joe says it all the time, but he gets the pass. Why? Because he acts hood. You got me? Because he shows that he's hood. But so if Gina Rodriguez would act a little hood, it would be okay. That's how I say it. Because at the end of the day, she's from the south side of Chicago. That's worse than the Bronx. That's way hoodier than the Bronx. I can tell you that for a fact. But she don't get the pat. And this is what I'm trying to say. They pick and choose, because it happened back in the day with J-Lo, where you got, once again, you have J-Lo, Big Pun, you have Fat Joe. J-Lo gets singled out again. What? J-Lo gets singled out because she said the word. But Fat Joe and Big Pun said it. No, because why? Why? Because they show that they gangster. That's what. And this is my perspective on it. Everybody knows I don't agree with everyone. This is the way I am. I don't agree just because everybody's agreeing. No. I'm a Sag. Let's just put it like this. I'm a Sagittarius. So I'm always going to give my perspective on things and how I see things. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. But that's me. And to me, I don't like it because you're picking and choosing. Either you hold everyone accountable for it or not at all. And like I said, any money bet, if Gina Rodriguez was a little hood, if Gina Rodriguez was, look, Cardi B, perfect example. If Gina Rodriguez was out there acting like Cardi B, it would be no issue of her saying the word nigga. And that being said, let that sink in. Let that sink in. All right, so we're talking about Cardi B. Let's talk about the Yankees from the Bronx. They from the same spot. So, the Yankees. I'm disappointed. I'm not even going to say I'm kind of disappointed. I am disappointed on the outcome. So, Yankees, they made it, to the second round, playing against Houston. They won the first game, and when they won that first game, it was like, yo, the Yankees got this. They beat Houston like that. It was the score was like 7-1 or something like that. It was crazy numbers. And I'm like, yo, everybody has in their mind, yo, the Yankees got this. Game 2, they should have won that one. They lost. So then it's like, all right, it's 1-1. They each got one game. Then Houston came and won the second game. And I'm like, yo, now it's 2-1. 2-1. And then Houston came and won the next game. So now it's 3-1. And I feel like some of the games the Yankees lost, it was just bad decisions or over managing or not managing at all. You got and I understand everything is about numbers now, and this is why I feel like they taking the human out of baseball. And I've been saying this since they started the instant replay. Like, you're taking the human out of baseball, and now you're busy with, oh yeah, this person hits. You look at the computer of who's the better match. At the end of the day, the game is not on paper. The game is, you got me, you're never going to have the same outcome. Yes, sometimes, yes. At least, I'm not going to say numbers are always wrong. They are right, but at the end of the day, they're not always going to be right. And I feel like that's what's going on in baseball with the Yankees. They just took the human out of baseball. So, the Yankees was down 3-1 in the series. I went to the game Friday, what game was that? That was game 5? Went to game 5. And I was like, Dad, yo, the Yankees need a win. I'm going to be sitting in the cold. They need to do their thing. And meanwhile, game 4, I was sitting there like, yo, I think I give up. Like, it just felt bad. Like, it was horrible watching that game. Game 4's game was horrible. Like, right then, and I'm texting my friends. I was like, yo, I think I give up. I really think it's a dub. Like, anyhow, so game 5 comes. I end up going. First inning, Astros score. They got like a home run. And I'm like, dang. So, the feelings come back again. And then bottom of the first comes for us. And it's looking nice. And I tell my cousin, I'm like, yo, this is our inning. If we don't score here, we ain't winning. I said, this is the only inning we got to get right now. Boy, the crazy. Yankees score 4 runs first inning. And like I said, they didn't have no other opportunity to score anything. So, Yankees won that game. So now everybody, we all feeling good. Yankee fans are feeling good. So they have to fly out to Houston. So that's game 6. And this is where I feel the Yankees really messed up. Boone messed up. And like I said, this is my opinion. I have a couple of friends out there. But this is my opinion. And I felt Boone played himself. Because the Yankees needed to go into these last games. I felt into every game like if it was their last game. But especially when you're down 3-1. When one more loss, you're going home. So, yeah, game 5, we did good. We did what we had to do that day against Verlander. We tagged up Verlander first inning. We got this. So, now you go to now it's game 6. I'm watching the press conference. They asked Boone, who you have Severino for game 6? He says, no, he'll be pitching game 7. I knew right then and there the Yankees was going to lose. Because How, if you have the perfect pitcher that's supposed to be your ace? Yes, he wasn't really the ace this year because he was hurt, but everyone knows that that's our ace. Severino is our ace. You gotta say he's gonna pitch game 7 when you have to win game 6 to make it to game 7. That doesn't make sense. Like, and I'm sitting there like, oh, we gotta have the bullpen pitch game 6. Like, yes, Houston can have their bullpen pitch game 6 because they could lose. They have room to lose and then come back for game 7. We don't have no room to lose. So why won't you have your best pitcher? And this is what I was saying. He had to play that game like if it was their last game. By him not putting Severino, I knew it. And you know how you have that hope, you have that faith in your team. And I'm not gonna, it was looking bad. It was looking shaky. And it wasn't like we was losing but a lot, but we weren't hitting. The Yankees weren't hitting this series. They was like the highest hitting home runs. That was our thing this whole year. And it comes to that, Yankees are not playing small ball either. They're not. But then again, when you look at the numbers from these series, literally the only reason why Houston beat us was because they had 2 more home runs than us. Literally, numbers were basically almost all the same. So even though I kept saying they didn't play more small ball, but at the end of the day, the Astros beat us just because they had 2 more home runs than us. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So it was the game. It was, it wasn't feeling good. And then 9th inning came. DJ LeMayo hits that home run, ties the game with 2 outs. So, I know if I got hype, I had that hope like, yo, this is us. Like, we got this. We win today. We win it tomorrow. Like, that's the attitude I had. And I know that's the attitude everybody had and the Yankees had. Then comes the 10th inning. They bring back, was it the 10th? Yeah. Comes the next inning, and we have one of the best closers in the game. And right here, there was another bad decision. You have a person on first. You have Altuve batting up. Altuve is one of the best players in the game. Can't stand him because I don't like the way how he does to my team. But you already know I pay respect when I have to. One of the best players in the game. And bases are not loaded. You could have walked him and pitched to the next person that hasn't really been hitting. And I don't feel, like I said, Boone should have did that because y'all need to play this like it's your last game. Yes, we have Chapman on the mound. Yes, he's one of the best closers. Yes, he's our Cuban mystery. But sometimes that ego stuff, please, he should have just walked him. And if he would have walked him, the Yankees would have never lost. I could tell you that. Because Altuve hit a 2-run home run to take our excitement out the freaking game, to be honest. But I just felt it was just a lot of bad decisions. Like, you have one of the best hitter, if not one of the, probably the best hitter in the game right now. And you don't walk him. And he's the tying run. I don't know. I literally disappointed. I have a question for Boone, though. Do we still need Severino for game 7? Just want to know. Asking for a friend. Yeah, I could joke about it now, but I was really disappointed. But on another note, like, shout out to CC because he came out there the other night for game 4. And he left it all out there. Like, that was the definition of leaving it all out there for the game. Telling you that CC is the definition of a warrior, class, and leadership. Seriously, like, for him to come out that game and we come out in the game, and we all know he was supposed to be there for 1 out because that's what usually, like, what he's been doing lately, and he stood there for more. Shows what CC always been about, and he was all for his team, and I'm mad that the Yankees couldn't win this World Series for him, so he could go out and retire like that. CC literally left it all out on the field. Like, crazy. The game won't be the same without CC. There's not a lot of people built like him. And it's not always the stuff on the field he does, is the stuff he does off the field too. But yeah, like everyone says, thank you, C. Like, for real, thank you. And I really wish the Yankees would have won this for him. There was actually when I went to game 5, there was someone who had a sign that was like, "Win this for CC." Yo, not even, you know how I always like bump, not all the time, but sometimes, like, you know, I'll see like Spike Lee on the side. You know, he's one of the biggest Yankees fan. But yo, when that first inning, when they hit that home run in that first inning, Spike Lee almost lost it. That's how the Yankees had us, boy. Like, we really had hope in them this year. You know, this is probably one of the first decades that the Yankees didn't win the World Series. That's crazy. Supposedly the last one was like last time that happened, that was 1910. That's crazy. But, you know. And yo, one thing I hate is Met fans and Boston fans. I'm going to tell you why. This is the difference with us Yankee fans. We don't care about what Boston is doing, what the Mets are doing, unless we're playing them. That's something we don't sit there, we don't talk about. You know, that's having class. But when it comes to Mets and Boston, especially Mets fan, like, yo, you guys pay attention more. You guys follow more the Yankees than y'all follow your own team, because y'all team's season be done by April, so it means y'all really follow the Yankees more than your own team. And that's what gets me. Like, y'all sit here, y'all talk so much crap about the Yankees did this, the Yankees did that. Boy, but your season was over in April. Yeah, I just had to get that off my chest. But I think I'm gonna wrap it up. This is a nice, fast podcast. Like I said, my goal is to be consistent. Hopefully, I get some interviews. I'm working on getting some interviews. Follow my page, nyculturepodcast.com. You guys have any suggestions, any questions, you can hit me up at nyculturepodcast@gmail.com, or you could DM me at nyculturepodcast on IG. Also, check out my t-shirt line, NY Culture Reality. Reality, you spelled it REALITEE. On IG, or you want to email me, or you want to check on the website, nyculturereality.com. Got some cool shirts there. And that's it. Don't forget to have patience and be persistent. Over and out.